The definition of service excellence really means that we first understand the customer. What is it that the customer wants?
Service excellence is not something you build up overnight. It's building upon layer and layer of service culture. It's not something you just pay money for. And that's the difficulty about service excellence. You have to get the foundation right, and then you build it from there.
Rising expectations can be a problem, and if you overpromise and underdeliver. And if you can give the customer what they want, and you can scale back on the expectations, you can do rather well both in cost control and in service delivery. To deliver better service, you not only have to manage employees, you have to enable them and you have to empower them. Satisfied employees are going to stay with you longer. So you don't have to train them, you don't have to replace them.
So the first way we ensure it, that we get good service, is we pay out 100% of our service charges. In many countries in the developing world, the service charge paid to a staff is more than the salary. You have to incentivize people. The other thing that's important about the service charge is people begin to sense the relationship, the nexus between them and the customer, right? That when they please the customer and business is better, it affects themselves. It is a very visceral connection between you and the customer.
One dimension is, does the leader stand behind what they are professing? So if a leader themselves do not do, if the leaders themselves do not do what they're asking their employees to do, it's a little bit of a hollow sell.
The service industry is seen as being glamorous and sexy from the outside. From the inside, it's not a fun industry at all. It's not easy. It's much worse than a desk job. You have to create a working culture whereby they are themselves happy with each other. For example, the canteen is a very important part of what we do.
The service segment is very, very important to increase the interaction with your customer base. And that interaction leads to a degree of comfort and some degree of bonding that is very important to the long-term performance. So don't think in quarterly profits, I would say. Let's think of the lifetime value of the customer, the lifetime value of a market segment. If we do things right the first time, we don't have to repeat it. I would interpret culture more broadly as enabling the delivery of the design. And it's not just at the employee level, it's also at the management level. And so, yes, you're right in saying that design multiplied by culture is equal to performance.
We try to educate our customers, our service staff about, again, the relationship between the customer and themselves, so that they don't just see the customer as somebody who they feel inferior to, because in Asian culture, if you provide service, is often seen as being subordinate, subservient, and so on. We try to create a culture whereby you have dignity in what you do, and at the same time, you feel proud of what you do.